companies like Amazon actually have a return policy. So if you don't like something, you can return it right there and then. So which makes the whole business of purchasing at the click of a button, it becomes very, very, fruitful for everybody, because it takes very little time then. You don't have to take half a day off, go to the market, look around for what you want. You can window shop or write on your computer or on your phone. As a matter of fact, the phone is going to become everybody's office in the next 5 years. Because once 5G comes in and everybody hooks onto 5G, especially when it comes to businesses, then you find that the speed at which you can access information, the speed at which you can order things, and the speed at which you can contain yourself means that you don't have to waste time doing anything. You can prioritize your day. You can choose to sleep in the afternoons if you choose to, and not worry about what's going to happen to your business. Because the business will look after itself as long as you produce goods which are outstanding. So the only success story for entrepreneurs, especially, against competition, is to have a better product. And if you can't have a better product, and if all products are the same, to have a better story. Because if you don't have a story, then nobody is listening. Every entrepreneur and every product has to have its story. And I'll give you a very small example. There used to be a brand of tea in Darjeeling, very famous. It was called, it was from Duncan's, it was a Duncan garden, and it was called, it's a Tibetan name, and it means thus far, no further. And the story was written behind the tin. It was a square tin. Now, Duncan's went bankrupt in his present ownership about 10 years ago. But the brand never died. So today, when they were selling the garden, all the other gardens put together were costing 15 to 20 crores. One garden, that particular garden, where that tea came from, was 2,000 crores. Because that was the value of the name. And the story was that a monk went across the Himalayas looking for the finest cup of tea. And he traveled and he drank and he traveled and he drank until he came to a very misty garden. And he sat down under a tree and asked the man to get him some tea. And he drank the tea and he said, thus far and no further. That was the story of that particular brand. The name will come to me, I'll tell you. So, the company has died 10, 15 years ago. But the brand is still alive. And when you ask tea drinkers in Calcutta or whoever connoisseurs of Darjeeling tea, and you mention the name, all the eyes light up and say, Milega kya? Can we get this? Because it's no longer available. So that is the power of a brand. That is the power of storytelling. So when you want to compete, you either have a better product or you have a better story. But by having a lesser product and a better story is not going to keep you alive for very long. Because people will figure it out that there are other products which are superior to yours. So you have to have products which are top of the line. And that is when we talk about competing with the Chinese. The competing with Chinese is we're competing with them not only on price, because we think we're only competing them on price, also on quality. Because when you go to China and you want to buy goods, the same goods, they'll tell you, you want number 1 quality, number 2 quality, or number 3 quality. And most Indian merchants who buy, they will only buy number 2 quality because it's cheap. But the Chinese have a number 1 quality which they sell for top money. And they don't compromise that. So if you're going to ever compete with the Chinese in the near future, which we should be able to do, then we have to compete with them not only in price, but also in quality. So I hope you have a good day and we exchange a lot of ideas and we can actually help each other as much as we can, and also thread you into platforms on how to put yourself to market. how to be market ready, how to be future ready. Okay? And though it's a misnomer, the fact is that everybody who's got a child who's about 17 to 18 years old, you can learn from them. It's not the other way around. You don't learn, the child doesn't learn from his father or his mother. You learn from the child, because what is cutting edge today is technology. And your children have been born with technology. You have had to learn the technology. So every time you learn the technology, you are a little behind the curve. When a child has been born with a cell phone in his hand, he already knows a different language altogether. They talk a different language on the net. So there's a lot of exchange of ideas. So we might not agree with them on a lot of things. The way they want to live their lives, the fact that they don't want to get married, they don't want anything like houses, they don't want a regular job, they think that they can get a job whenever they want. I mean, they might disagree with our value system to a certain extent, but they know what they're talking about. So there's a lot of learning at home, because those kids who are 17 to 18 years old are tomorrow going to be your consumers. So if you can understand your children, you can understand the market. So there's a lot to learn at home. Thank you.
Thank you very much, PK. When he spoke about language, I want to take the opportunity to say that, sometimes I feel that there is so much to convey, but because, we cannot speak Tamil, we somewhere, fall short of conveying. But then I also strongly believe that entrepreneurship knows no language, and entrepreneurship in itself is a language. So that is where we can connect with each other's pain and pleasure of being an entrepreneur. So let the language not hold any barrier, and let's be together in this journey, what we call a successful entrepreneurship. I would also like to take the opportunity of welcoming our supporting partners, and I would request Vinod Kumarji to please welcome Shri Vinod Nair with a token of appreciation and gratitude with a shawl. Shri Sushil Poddar, Vice President, Federation of All India Vyapari Mandal. Shri Sultan Moyuddin, Chennai Jewelers Association. And I would request Shri A. Radhakrishnan ji to please come on the stage. Shri A. Radhakrishnan ji. So kindly welcome him also, please. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And without further ado, I would like to invite our Honorable Chief Guest to please come up on the podium and say the few words, ma'am.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். I'm very happy to be here in this summit for retailers, sellers and traders, future-proofing of Indian enterprises. And I'm happy to share the dais with Ms. Sushma Mortania, Director General, India SME Forum, Mr. Prahalad Kakar, Chairman, India SME Forum, Mr. Vinod Kumar, President, India SME Forum, Mr. Sushil Poddar, Mr. Vinod Nair, Mr. K. Mariappan, Mr. H.M. Sultan, And I welcome and I thank all the business houses and the men and women who are here. The previous speaker mentioned, Mr. Kakar mentioned that there are hardly any women. I think there are more women here than the parliament and the assembly put together, so I am quite happy. But yes, women always need to be more represented in all fields, and we have a long way to go. And today I'm very happy to be here among you all, because this is a much neglected section of society. We keep talking about huge investments and major corporations who hardly give employment, and as technology progresses, they only look at reducing number of employees in their companies. But whereas just in Tamil Nadu, more than 1 crore jobs are given by the MSMEs, the small scale industries. And the small scale industries and the micro industries play a huge part in our export, in our manufacturing, and we do not realize that. Today I'm proud and happy to say that in Tamil Nadu we've got I think we are the second largest registered, we've got small scale manufacturing units in Tamil Nadu, and the Tamil Nadu government also has increased its investments in this sector by 49%, and more than 900 crores have been invested into the small scale sector. So, and in Tamil Nadu, the SIPCOT and the SIDCO was started by my father, Dr. Kalaignar, because he understood the importance of small scale industries. But I understand there's a huge wish list from the union government and from the state governments across the country. I definitely agree that more, even when I was chatting with them, they mentioned that even availing a bank loan, because I come from Thoothukudi, which is my constituency, and we have a lot of small scale industries and units there. And I know and understand how difficult it is for a small scale unit or investor to get a bank loan. Banks are prepared to give thousands of crores of loans to huge corporations which never pay back. But even to give 50 lakh or a 1 crore loan, they think a few million times and find ways not to do it. This is an ongoing struggle, and there are a lot of issues which the small scale industries face. And I think one of the most important thing is people do not realize how important this sector is. They do not understand. We do not talk about the contribution to society, contribution to employment, and contribution to the income of the governments. So I think more has to be said, and said more loudly also, so that the governments also realize. But I would be very happy to take your message and reflect it in Parliament, and definitely I'll raise the issues and the wish list you give me, and also take it up with the Tamil Nadu government, to resolve the issues and take this industry, take this sector even further, because I again like to reiterate that this is the most important sector, and because unemployment is still a huge problem in this country, and the best way to combat unemployment is have invest more into small scale industries and micro industries which are prepared and which want more is ready to give more employment, unlike many other industries. And moreover, I think when we look at sustainable growth, this is very, very, very important that, it is easier to take small scale industries and manufacturing units to second tier, third tier cities, and to distribute employment opportunities, manufacturing opportunities, and also ensure that the environment is protected, and also to ensure that the sustainable growth is ensured. I think we have to place an impetus on small scale industries and manufacturing units. So I think this is the best way to grow, and it is an all-inclusive growth also. So I wish all of you all the best, and I also like to say that we are with you, we will stand with you, and I'm very happy to see that you're taking it to the next level. So nothing can stop innovation, nothing can stop technology, nothing can come in between growth and people. Maybe climate change, but other than that, nothing can come between us and that. So we cannot be left behind. If you want to be left behind, nobody has the time to stop and wait for you. The world is moving in a fast pace, and I'm very happy that you've come together to take technology to everybody and to ensure that everybody is included, because today literacy means being literate, technologically also. So you're taking that to everybody, and you're bringing everybody on board onto that platform, and I think this is a very good innovation, and it's a very important thing that you're doing. I wish you all the best, and thank you once again.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for those kind words. I would like to invite now our President, Mr. Vinod Kumar, to give vote of thanks, please.
Honorable Member Parliament, Srimati Kanimoji, ma'am, Prahad Kakkarji, Shri Sushil Podarji, Shri Vinod Nayarji, Shri Mariyappanji, Shri Sultanji, and all my friends here. We are all assembled here, like my speakers that have spoken before me have talked about, to figure a way forward, to figure a way from which there will be no looking back. So today, the comments that Honorable MP ma'am has made show a clear direction. She has pledged that she will support us, whether it is with the Parliament or whether it is with the state government. I think those words are very reassuring. And moving forward, we are going to take her up on that promise. And the fact that she was going to be here the last time that we